Hey guys, hello and welcome to the channel. So guys, today in this video we are going to learn that how we can create a class, how we can create an object after the initialization of the object in Python, how we can print the value. So I'm just going to take the simple example in which we are going to understand how can we print the values and pass the arguments, right? So inside the function to get the values. So first of all, we will create the class. So I'm taking the example of like class, let's say student. So I'm creating the class student. And remember, when you create a class, as you know that it is the blueprint, and it can consist of multiple objects, like as we know about the Java, as we know in the Python. So object oriented programming language, so it can have the object. And now the declaration of class is like class with the class name and colon, and then you can press the enter. So okay, so now when and after the creation of class, let's say you have some of the attributes, like student can have the attributes of name, age, branch, or like the subject or the school name, xyz, anything. So let's take some parameter from that. So you have to initialize, or you can say you have to use the init keyword. So this is the basic syntax. Now I am showing this to you. So that is def in it. Remember, it is double underscore, and you can inside pass the parameters. So let's say for the object initialization I am using self. It is not mandatory that you use the self keyword, but what exactly is self over here? So it is a reference to object, right? Reference to an instance, right? So basically when you create a class, it requires object, right? So why object is needed? To access the specific attributes and print, right? When you pass on the function, when you pass some arguments on the function, so you can able to print that. So where object is mandatory. So I'm using the self currently. You can use anything, that's not matter at all. So name, and let's say I'm taking the age, and let's say I'm taking the class. Okay, oh sorry, class is the keyword, so I can take the subject over here. Okay, that's fine. Now this you had initialized, or you can say that it is basically a constructor you had created. Object initialization has been done over here. You can press the enter, and the self, which the keyword will be able to access the attributes like name, age, and subject. So you will say self dot age is equals to uh, age, right? So I'm giving the self dot age is equals to age, like that. Self dot name is equals to name, and after self dot subject is equals to subject. Okay, all right. So over here you had created the constructor basically, which have some parameters, name, age, and subject. This is we had completed. Now in this blueprint of the student we have some of the attributes, but how can you print this? Now this is not easy as we do in Java. What we do, we just do system.out.println, right? So but in this case you have to decide whether you want to print this a single attribute, or you want to print directly all the attributes. So for that you need to create the again. So I'm creating the def over here, and the function name would be, you have to create the name. So I'm saying the print student. Okay, so what this will be have, I need to access the object which is self over here. Okay, all right. So now you can use the print statement, but you need to access that with the help of self keyword. So first of all I will print like the this is age, right? So I'm taking first name in the like normal sequence, then comma name. What should be the name? Name should be is equals to self dot name, right? Without self you can't access that attribute, right? So over here print same as it is we will do for others also. So that is for age, self dot age print Now one thing is, remember, that is branch. Okay, so branch, that will be self dot, sorry, that subject, right? So we have not taken the branch over here, so we'll take the subject. Okay, so subject is equals to our self dot subject. Okay, so we are done with this now, self dot subject. Now I will run this and I got some error, so let's see what kind of error we are facing with. So this error is saying what, invalid syntax, so def in it. So yeah, why this is because I had not given space. So yeah, now when I will run, there will be no issue. So there are some syntactical approach which you need to take care of, like space, round parenthesis, and also you won't fall into this trouble. Okay, so please take care of that also. Now I am creating some, let's say student 1, student roll number 1, so student 1, student 2, you can print as many as you want. So I'll take that, and my class name is student. So yeah, and I will pass some arguments over here. So let's say my first name is I'll say Casey over here, and what are the other values? Let's say age, so age will be over here 20, and now subject is our CS, so we'll take the computer science. Okay, okay, so we'll run this, and now I have to just say the print over here, but how? So we'll say student 1, I want to print the values of student 1, and I would like to access this uh, function which is print student. So it will give me all this value, name, age, and subject. Okay, so print, what I'll say, print student. All right, and when we will run this, okay, so I got the value which is name, age, and subjects. So now you know how you can basically print these values. And one more thing, you can create the functions over here, like as I had created the print student. This is the function which I had created, so you can create the single function for every attributes also, and after that you can create the object and just print that, so it will be also okay. So